Okay, guys, so now that we are able to migrate our model to our database to create a table for us, we'll now move into um, writing function that will create a user, delete a user, update a user, or read a user, which on a whole we used to call them CRUD. Create, read, update, and then delete. But before we do that, let me quickly take you to my utility file. So in my utility file, I'm interested in schema. Yes. So we need to guide what comes and goes out of our request. If not, someone can send any fake object to our request and then it will break our server or even crash it. So we have this schema defined here. So this schema is actually what guides what comes and goes out of our service that we are going to build. So on the side of user, we have a class here called create user, and we are doing this with Pydantic model. So first of all, I import base model from Pydantic. I think, let me go to the documentation for you guys to see Pydantic base model. So I import base model from Pydantic. So I think you have to come and then read the documentation. You get everything clear. It's very, very clear here. So I created a class called create user, and with this class I import Pydantic base model and then pass it into the class. So on this class, what I'm doing is that I'm going to create a user. So in order to create a user, I'm expecting this to be sent to my API that I'll build. So the name of the person, the email, the location, the GPS address, the password, and then his status. And this can be now. Well, in order to show the user, I created another class called show user from the Pydantic base model. And this one will show the user ID, the name, the email, location, GPS address, whether the user is active or not, and then the date the user has been created. I did the same thing for attendance. So in order to create attendance, I need a user ID and then action. So the action can be login and then logouts. And then in order to show attendance as well, I created another class using the same Pydantic model. So this time I'm showing the ID of the attendance, the user ID, the action, and then the action time. Um, so in order to create rule, it followed the same as well. And then to show rules. And then we have the user rule, which is only one. So this table shows, this is what we have to, this table is the join that apportion rules to users when a user is logging in, or when a user doesn't have a rule, it will just give you a user rule. So this is the code, this is the table, that this is a class that does that for that.